Hey guys, and welcome back to the randomized K-On! Pokemon Team series. You all seem to like this idea for videos, so we're going to continue. In this episode, we'll be giving a Gen 1 team to everyone's favorite Bucho, Ritsu. So let's head to the random Pokemon generator and see what she gets. One quick note, I made a poll on YouTube asking if it would be okay if I kept randomizing to avoid the girls sharing Pokemon, and 87% of you said you wouldn't judge me if I did. So, thanks to the 87% of you. So for Pokemon number 1, Ritsu gets Hitmonlee. That's a pretty good start, all things considered. It does suck that Brick Break doesn't exist in Gen 1, since that's arguably the best fighting type move Hitmonlee can learn, but for what it's worth, this is a good Pokemon to have on a team. It hits hard and is reasonably speedy, and while it's not exactly versatile move-wise, Hitmonlee is a great way to start a team off. And while I mean no disrespect to the guy, I think you could quite easily make your Hitmonlee a lot better than Bruno's in Gen 1. For the second Pokemon, Ritsu gets Marowak. That's decent. I imagine most people say its Alolan version is a lot better, but I don't think the standard Marowak is a bad Pokemon. 425 in base stats seems pretty solid to me, and 110 defense is kinda impressive. And in terms of moves, there's a fair bit to work with. Ground, water, ice, fighting, even Fire Blast if you wanted to throw that on. While Marowak may not be the most powerful ground type ever, it's fairly flexible, and at least it doesn't have a 4 times weakness to water and grass like some others. For Ritsu's third Pokemon, she gets Primape. I'm not too keen on this choice since I don't really like the idea of having multiple Pokemon of the same type on a team, but that's what's been given. And hey, Primape's pretty good. Yeah, it has the same base stat total as Hitmonlee and doesn't hit as hard, but it is a bit faster and more durable, and its moveset is a tiny bit wider since it can learn electric and rock moves to counter flying types. So while I'm against there being more than one of the same type, as I've already stated, having a Primape on a team is still pretty good, and it can definitely put in some work. Moving on to Ritsu's fourth Pokemon, she gets Persian. Ah yes, Giovanni's pet feline. Imagine Ritsu having this thing lying on her lap. Yui would be asking to pet it constantly. Now I am aware that Tauros is generally considered one of the best normal types in Gen 1, and Snorlax is arguably the best, but I don't think too many people would be adverse to using a Persian since it's really fast, which generally means a lot of crits. And while it's not that impressive in its moveset compared to some other normal types, the addition of water and electric moves gives some nice type coverage. And hey, I'd absolutely give Persian a try on a team. Not in person though, since I'm allergic to cats. Moving on to Pokemon number 5, Ritsu gets Electrode. That's not great. This Pokemon was put on Mystic Umbreon's worst team for Kanto since it's considered one of the worst electric types, and looking at its stats, it's not hard to see why. It is blazing fast, but that's really all it has going for it. And in terms of moves, why do Voltorb and Electrode not learn any electric moves by level up in Gens 1 and 2? That is so stupid. You'd have to save the Thunderbolt TM from Lieutenant Surge if you were going to try using an Electrode, or try your luck with Thunder. It's great that it got fixed later on, but damn, even Raichu is better in some cases. And the last Pokemon Ritsu would get is Dragonite. Whoa mama, Ritsu gets a pseudo-legendary. I'm not sure how responsible she'd be with that kind of power, but if she did use it right, good luck facing her. I don't think there's really much I can say about this thing. 600 in base stats, good move pool. Yeah, it does die to any good ice move, but this is a powerhouse of a Pokemon. There's a reason why Lance and Claire use this thing. Again, not sure how Ritsu would act with a Dragonite, but if she had her head in the game, she would be a force to be reckoned with, and therefore, I'd say this is a really good way to wrap this team up. And that's it for Ritsu's Gen 1 team. Not the most diverse team ever, but I'm fairly confident that if Ritsu was a trainer with these 6 Pokemon and really gave it her all, she'd do pretty well. Like with Yui, Ritsu can get stuff done once she actually gets off her ass. And honestly, I think she'd have fun being a trainer. As always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Consider backing me on Patreon. And remember to stay chilled.